Halo Be, jadi iki aku atene nggak vlog ya, pertama kali nggak vlog. Nah iki aku atene nggak vlog soalnya akeh kanca-kancaku sing takon. Ya apa sih caranya kok bisa kenalan karo wong luar negeri? Aku gak ngomong bule, pokoknya intinya pokoknya foreigner. Soalnya ada beberapa wong itu sih nggak senang di sini.
Ya,
Kau ngerti ya? Kamu ngerti ya?
ya,
Cuk ngerti bahasa Jawa sih.
gak sopan kalau itu yang B something.
Hah? Be something.
Ya,
Ya, jadi intinya gitu. Jadi ini aku mau share ke kalian apa yang bikin mereka bisa kesini, terus apa urip mereka di sini. Mangan opo, mangan perjuangan, mangan sego gitu ini. Temanku ini namanya Albina, bukan Albino ya.
itu kalau Jawa ini Albindo, kalau normal Albina.
Yang mau dari sini dong.
Boleh?
Gitu. Ya, ini apa ya pertama ya? Aku mau bahasa Inggris atau mau bahasa Jawa ya? Bahasa Indonesia?
Ya bisa campur.
Jawa ngerti?
Iso campur.
So ya kita akan tanya-tanya ya beberapa apa ya? Oh pertama kenapa kamu kesini? Why you came?
Ah iya iya iya.
Kenapa ada orang kayak ini dari Malang ya?
Kenapa ada orang yang mau ke Malang tapi tidak mau? Itu life circumstances. Yeah, I was looking for a job everywhere in the world. I applied for this job randomly. I got accepted, and that's why I came here. That's it.
Ya kamu agak kesini. Nah, ini kan frame-nya lumayan begini.
Iya, boleh juga. So that's it, just because of work. Yeah, I applied for this kind of job, and I got accepted, and I made my visa. Actually, it was a bit complicated, and after that, I came here.
Terus anak sponsor dulu. Oke, jadi tadi itu ya, karena kamu pengen apply job.
Yeah.
So how was it to touch down first time in Surabaya, Malang, like itu semuanya?
Yeah, because I came in February. It's one of the coldest months in my country. So of course I was with winter jacket, with boots, with several layers of clothes. So of course Surabaya is one of the hottest cities
Yes.
in Indonesia. So when I came, of course I was shocked how hot it is, the air and everything. So I had to take off everything. And
Everything.
I mean,
Kamu naked ya?
actually, I just recalled now that when I came, I was so tired because it took around 2 days for me with all my stopovers and transits. And of course, I didn't have at the time the local SIM card. So I remember in Surabaya there were some these people. Working in the airport, and I just asked them, "Oh, do you have like Wi-Fi, or can I use your phone?" And they were so friendly. They helped me to try to contact the people who is supposed to pick me up, and I was so happy that they helped me. Actually, local people, they are very open to help you in most cases. So was from the first day the experience of how local people helped me.
Ya, jadi lokal kadang membantu ya. Ya nice. Terus
Terkadang.
Terus after that you stay here for a few months and almost a year, almost like 2 years.
Yeah,
Now it's already like 1.5 years here. So how do you feel?
Yeah, we will discuss like disadvantages, advantages as well.
So ya, kita ngomongin tentang minus and plus minusnya.
Yeah.
Minusnya kamu kerja.
Yeah, okay, so we decided to divide our talk like that. First we will discuss
Kita
the
minusnya
disadvantages.
dulu, minusnya.
Yeah.
Karena kamu kan culture shock tuh.
Yeah, so okay, one of the negative things was the rainy season for me. It was quite depressive because sometimes it used to rain like around 10 or 8 hours, and if you do your laundry, it takes maybe 5 days to dry it out. So the rainy season was disaster from say November till January, February. Yeah, so quite heavy. I'm not used to this kind of heavy rain because of tropical rain like this you cannot find in any other country. I mean, it's in the equator mostly. So this kind of rains, heavy rains, non-stop rains, makes you a bit sad, and you cannot go out. Even the raincoat won't save your life because it's so heavy. So this one thing. Then one of the things that I still cannot accept is sidewalks. because they don't have a pedestrian walk sidewalk for pedestrians. It's a very, very rare, maybe, I don't know, in some alun-alun of big cities, maybe like 50 meters they have this sidewalk, but normally they don't have, so you cannot walk. So that's the main problem. They can, hit you with motorcycle, so it's very dangerous. Even though I tried to walk on this one of the big streets here, like maybe 10 kilos I walked, because I so get used to walk around like 20 kilos per day. So, but here you cannot, so I miss it. Then
jadi kita nggak bisa jalan di sini, motor terus ya.
Yeah, next thing, normally they don't have hot water, but luckily in my house I do have. Otherwise I won't stay so long, because for me it's important to have good infrastructure, good living conditions, let's say. And yeah, I was shocked with this so-called bathroom. There you have to wait until the water has been accumulated, and after that you use it. So normally, even if I travel, I ask to boil water first because I cannot use cold water.
Kayak anak kecil ya.
Yeah. No, because I get used to hot water, and every housing has hot water in my country. So another thing is religion. It's too much religion here, I think. Too much focus on religion, and yeah, if you start to discuss that, they cannot understand. For example, if you don't have religion, because it's illegal in Indonesia to not have religion. So sometimes they bring it out to the discussion, and you don't want even to discuss it, because it's considered to be like not polite if you discuss this in Europe.
Yeah.
So one more thing, small talk. Normally, when it comes
basa-basi ya namanya.
when it comes to work, we are pretty much straightforward. We discuss something like we go to point. We discuss something langsung. But here, they prefer this too much bakabaring and too much private questions. Like in England, they also do have small talk. Let's say they discuss weather. In America, they discuss some sport. In my country, we discuss sometimes politics or culture. But here, it's going too much private. You understand? Like, apakah kamu sudah menikah? How old are you? What are you doing here? Dari mana this thing? Also, if
Kamu punya anak?
yeah, and this stuff, it's annoying. Especially every day, several people ask you. I don't want to share my private life. So, yeah. But this, dari mana question, I don't know. Sometimes I say I'm from Madura. Because I don't want to discuss that kind of...
Ngomongnya apa, Chong?
Chong, the crema chong. Yeah. So, also they don't speak English. That is pretty much annoying also. In any other Asian countries, at least I understand, say, Malaysia, Thailand. But here, very rare. Unless it's...
A lot of people also know try to speak English.
Yeah, but when you come to mall or any public space and they see, okay, there is a white person, they start to imitate, they speak English, like, oh please, oh miss, and this is killing me. I cannot get the point of what's the point of this. Pretty much annoying.
Foto hunter?
Yeah, photo, this, I forgot, how come I forgot this thing? Yeah, taking pictures all the time, yeah.
Foto hunter, kalian juga
I
tahu
still
sembilan
don't
foto
understand the
hunter.
point. I still don't understand the point.
Miss, foto miss.
Yeah. So, also, Indonesia has an amazing, spectacular nature, and I was always shocked, why they don't
Wait, so
travel.
it was the minus, yeah.
It's still minus. It's still minus now.
Okay.
It's still minus. Local people, they don't understand how lucky they are to have nature resources like this. You understand? So let's say they have cocoa trees plantations, but they don't produce chocolate. They import it. So some things are very ridiculous here, and local people, they don't travel, they cannot even swim in most cases. So they have to accept their nature, and also they have to take care of their nature, because Indonesia is one of the top countries producing plastic waste. So
Plastiknya itu bro di sini.
it's getting disaster here. The trash is everywhere, and they have to be more careful and cautious with this issue. So, and one more thing, when it comes to work, I cannot stand this rubber time.
Jam
And-
karet, bro.
Yeah, and this is killing me. Like every day, if I schedule some kind of meeting or event, it's cancelled. 95%. If I schedule with you going out thing, any event or I don't know meeting, when it comes to work or friendship, if it's cancelled, I still cannot accept. 95% if you schedule something, it will be rescheduled. 95%. So in the beginning I was very angry because if you schedule something in Europe, it's like it will happen unless you are sick or something that happened. But in this case,
Tapi nggak semua loh ya.
you just cannot predict.
Ya,
Maybe,
tapi nggak semua orang jam karet. Aku tepat waktu.
yeah, actually you are more or less. So these are the things that still I cannot accept. Yeah. So they should be worked out. I mean, when it comes also to work, sometimes they don't have high working ethics, like gossiping, understand, or being hypocritical. This is also not good. And this rubber time and throwing plastic everywhere. So the other things still can be changed. I mean, for example, you cannot change rainy season, right? And because it's like nature, you cannot control. But psychological things you can control, right? So you have to change this working ethic things or human behavior, I believe so.
Ya. So itu the minus ya.
Yeah, this is the things I still cannot accept. And some good things.
Karena
Well,
kamu nggak terbiasa itu kan. Kultur shock itu namanya jadi.
yeah,
Ya
but,
iya, karena nggak biasa. Ya sekarang apa yang
yeah, but I'm trying to educate, for example, with plastic, I made workshop to reuse plastic, to recycle. So we slowly, Western countries, we try to educate them with many things and also with work ethics. So, for example, in Jakarta, they still already okay with working ethics. Everything on time, fixed, they are good. So slowly it's changing, luckily. Okay, and now let's discuss some things that I like. First, climate. Of course, I'm from one of the coldest countries in the world, and when I travel for a long time, I have to take like 2 luggages, but here just one is enough because it's always same weather. I caught myself on the fraud that I don't even check temperature every day because it's same,
ya
and
sama.
and it's always warm. It's always nice to go out. It's not cold unless you live maybe in mountain areas. So the climate is one of the best things here. That's why here you can find a lot of good food products such as vegetables and tropical fruits. For example, before I didn't try dragon fruit, snake fruit.
You didn't try it yet?
No, of course no. I mean, before coming here.
Oh, before ya.
Yeah,
Tapi sekarang kamu pernah.
of course. Or like durian, for example. It's amazing, right? So you cannot find like kind of fruits in Europe because it's like you've heard it. But in this case, I feel healthier because I eat a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits. They're not imported, they're local. So this is awesome. And going out and eating out is also quite cheap here because we don't have Bareng in Europe. We don't have that much street food. But here it's like paradise for street food, for martabak, for example, tarambulang, some stuff, some Swedish stuff. So
Betul.
I don't like it.
Ya, oke.
Yeah. So when it comes to eating out, there is plenty of choice, and you can find for yourself what you like. So also, I really adore the digitalization here. Digitalization.
Apa itu?
The applications, for example, for transport, such as Gojek and Grab. In Europe, we have Uber, and people still like not used to use it. But here, it's amazing how fast it works. Gojek and Grab. If you're not driving, for example, it's awesome. It's quite cheap, cheaper than Uber, for example. And Indomaret is one of the amazing thing in my life because
Every 5 meter.
every 5 meters at Indomaret, you can grab some snacks, you can go to toilet, and you don't even pay for it. And I mean, it's impossible in Europe you find any like even 7-Eleven supermarket and you ask can I go to toilet, pretty much they will say no. But here you can go to toilet on the road and you can buy some snacks, you can buy this pulsa, what is that means the money on for your phone. And You can use Traveloka, for example. In Indomaret, you can pay for train tickets, for hotel, for plane tickets. Every time I use Indomaret to buy airplane tickets, to pay for hotel, to pay for train, for bus, for something like that. It's so awesome.
Kita nggak dibayar Indomaret, bro. Yeah, we try to advertise Indomaret. Just
Yeah.
so.
Because I survived just because of Indomaret, I think. Because I don't want to use like card, Visa or Mastercard. You understand? So for me, it's better to go with cash to Indomaret and just pay with code that you can get through application. So the level of digitalization is getting better and better here in all Southeast Asia. So this is awesome. Well done. And
Very maju.
yeah, of course, like I told you before, Indonesia has amazing nature. So I've traveled around Java, Bali, Sumatra, and it's awesome. The nature is just breathtaking. The beaches, the mountains, the volcanoes, the active volcanoes, the ocean. Here, first time I've seen Indian Ocean, and I was so shocked how warm it is. Because if you go to Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, you cannot even swim there. It's so cold. But in Indian Ocean, you can swim. So yeah, the Indonesians have to appreciate their nature. Like this spectacular nature, you cannot find in Europe for sure. And many services are very comfortable here. For example, you cut your, I don't know, clothes and you wanna fix it, and you can find this vermak or something.
Yeah, vermak jeans,
yeah, or like
baju.
you wanna make new glasses, you can find optic. Like it's so fast. I mean, the services are very fast here. The laundry is so cheap. I mean, you don't have to wash your clothes by yourself. It's so cheap. Like I don't know, maybe 1 kilo.
Ya, tapi itu
700.
mungkin bikin kita sometimes lazy ya. Because everything is gampang.
Maybe, yeah. So the accessibility of services such as tailoring clothes, washing clothes, making new watches, glasses, it's quite easy to access and to find. So I got spoiled some of my clothes, and I just gave to this tailoring point. In one day, everything like new. I was shocked. I mean, the level of the crafts is amazing. And also, you can buy here good coffee, good tea. Like this you cannot find in Europe. But the coffee is amazing. I became coffee addicted here. I mean, before in Indonesia I was tea addicted, now I'm coffee addicted. I know like, oh, this is Arabica, this is Robusta, this is Pahit, this is Assam, like this. So I became an expert. I even went to this coffee plantation. I tried luwak, so coffee is amazing here. And yeah, you can try the variety of choices. And budaya is also here is unique, such as batik, for example, or this topeng and this gamelan. So Javanese culture is unique, and for us it's interesting to explore. So, for example, I'm a big fan of batik clothes, so I bought several like shirts and some even like skirts, and I really like it. It looks unique and looks expensive, and yeah, everyone for sure will appreciate it in Europe when I come home back. So yeah, these are the things that I really appreciated.
Mas, benci mas lo. Oh iya mas. Takjil.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Ya.
For the
Anyway, it's getting dark. Anyway, udah mau maghrib nih, aku mau buka puasa dulu ya. Nanti kita ngobrol-ngobrol lagi, tapi kita sekarang ciao dulu. Nanti ada vlog berikutnya. Ini tadi cuma beginning ya.
Bye.
Jadi kita jalan lagi nanti. Oke, dadah.